Right, thank you for taking time for watching this video that you're about to watch. Now, I'd love you all to subscribe to my channel. Let's get the subscribers up. But one of my favourite and most loyal subscribers is one of my daughters, who she's just made this for me. Look at that. What does it say?
Subscribe to Colin.
So what do you want the people to do?
To subscribe to my daddy.
Good afternoon, internet. Just get you where I want you. Right. So Saturday afternoon. It's the 18th of November. I always have to look at my watch, don't I? God damn it, mate. 18th of November. The weather here is still absolutely awful. In fact, it hasn't stopped raining. So I'm not even going to bother this time to say, look at this outside, because what's the point? Right. So today we are going to finish off doing, well, not finish off because I haven't really started. We're going to do the valve clearances on the Meteor. Now, the 350. Now, because I bought this bike second hand, and although I thought the owner was a great guy and everything else, blah, 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 he did things right. He took it for its first 5,000 kilometre service, which the book was stamped. I'm taking it that probably these valves haven't been checked. That's what I think, and I'm going with that belief. So I'm thinking to myself that the rocker cover gasket has never been off before. Now, Royal Enfield, or lots of people anyway, say it should be good at least for 2 times on and off. So as long as you're gentle with it, you know. Now there's all different ways. You know, you can either try and leave it on the head there's a little plate at the side which you leave that on. So I think this is going to be a let's see how we go with it. Yeah. Okay. Now let me just show you something. A few tools to do the job. Yeah. A few tools to do the job, he says. Oops, daisy. Hang on a minute. Let's put you there and turn down. Now, or should we just bring it there? Right. Okay, we're going to need a 16mm plug spanner. We're going to need a 10mm socket with a ratchet. I've also got mine. This is a handy little thing, this. It saves, you know. You can actually put this on here and turn it there. Excellent bit of kit, that is. Had it for years. Yeah, 10mm spanners, tappet adjusting tool, valve adjusting tool. Yeah, if it fits in nicely, I think it will on the Meteor. Now, on the side where you take off the round. Now, let me put this back up so you're doing it there. It's easier. Yeah, there you go. Right, whoopsie daisy. On the side here, look. That bit there. Yeah. Okay. Which we take off then to get to the nut to enable us to turn the crank. Now, that is a 14mm hex key. Now, I thought I got a 14mm hex key, but for the life of me, I can't find it. So, what I have got is I've got this bolt splitter, a nut splitter, yeah. You know, so but fortunately, that that is 14mm. So hopefully, I'm thinking, because it shouldn't be tight, it should only just be pinched up on a rubber. So I'm thinking that in there, 14mm spanner, Bob's your uncle. We won't put the other bit on. Okay, so I think that's it tool-wise. Just one more thing. I have a collection of feeler gauges. I'm gonna have to. It's easier to do this. Collection of feeler gauges. Right. So these are the 2 that we're going to be using. These 2 here, which are fairly new actually. I got those from, I think I got those from AliExpress. I think. I'm not sure, because I always like to have spare things. I carry some with me, or if I go and do a mate's, it's easy to you get where I'm coming from. But you know what, these two are a waste of time. Throw them in the bin. I won't be using them. And the reason is I actually got this out and I thought, okay, because your spark plug is 7 to 8 mil, and then your valves, the inlet is 0.08 and the exhaust is 0.18. So I thought to myself, do you know what, I'm going to check them just to make sure. And I'm glad I did, because those two sets there, forget it. Or it might be stamped on the feeler gauge, but trust me, it ain't the right size. These two that I am using are the right size. Check with this. It just goes to show, doesn't it, eh? Still, never mind. Okay, that all being said, one more thing just before we get started. My videos tend to be a tag on the long side, and I get that. Because when I do a video, years ago when I used to watch videos to learn how to do things, or not so much learn how to do things, I've always been mechanically minded, but you buy a different model car or you buy a different model bike, you just want to check that. And I take things in a lot easier by watching it being done than I do sitting down reading a manual. It's like if I go and buy this put together furniture, I don't even bother with the instructions, because you see what's what. But a lot of videos on YouTube, they'll be saying, okay, you got to put this here, and then in the next instant, and there you go, it's all put back together. And I think to myself, and there was a lot of times when I was trying to get something because I changed models or new model or whatever it was, I think, well, hang on a minute, how exactly did he get there? So that's the point. So when I do something, okay, I get the point. My videos might be a bit longer, but I try to show everything. If it goes wrong or if it's a struggle, I'll put it on. I won't try and hide it or cut it out and do it again. And there you go. Because normally, if I come up against a problem, it's because, maybe there's an easier way to do it, or maybe what, you think you're doing right isn't right. Do you know what I mean? So, I make no apologies for my videos being long. And of course, you can always skip through them, can't you? I mean, if there's one bit and you think, well, I know how to do that, just skip through it. At the end of the day, I do these videos for two reasons. One, I enjoy it, I really do. And secondly, if it helps anybody along the way, I think that's absolutely great, because that's what it's all about. But certainly, as far as the money comes, right, forget it. People think, oh yeah, he's only doing easy on about subscribers because he wants to make money. Listen, unless you've got thousands of subscribers, and I mean thousands, and hundreds of hours watch time to every video you put on, you ain't going to make a lot of, forget it. It's just not going to happen. So, yeah, I do it because I enjoy doing it. Okay, that's it said. Let's get on with the job in hand, shall we? Right, because otherwise this video will be that long. No one will watch it. Okay, so I think we're going to start with our 10mm round here, and let's start taking bits and pieces off. Right, so what we're going to do first of all is we're going to free ourselves up some space, is what we're going to do. I'm going to make sure that first of all you can see what I'm doing. Would be really good, and I'm hoping you can. Right, so we get that there. Now this here, we've got to get this up and out with, and we don't want to be messing around too much with this thing, because we don't want to mess the gasket up. So first things first, shall we? First things first, we want to get rid of this bracket assembly here, right? Now we've got three 3 bolts here. Now 2 of these, well I can see one at least now, 2 of these have earth wires on them. So they're going to go back. It doesn't matter which one goes on, which an earth wire is an earth wire, you know, plain as. So let's get this loosened up and see where we're going then. Right. Well, I thought this was a 10mm. Or is it a 10mm and this has got the washer in the way? Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go then, eh? So it's a 10mm, but because of the way that the washer is, I don't think this is going to grip this. Oh, it has. Okay, so we got that one loose. We got that one loose. Of course, there's an umphin big cable, as you can see, right in the way. Now this one, I don't think we're gonna. Oh, we can. We can just get it to bite on the edge of the bolt. Okay. That was extremely tight. That one. Let me just get a tray to put the nuts and bolts in, so we don't get them kicking around everywhere. Right. Tray, nuts and bolts. Yeah. Right. Now, there's normally a washer with these as well. Oh no, there isn't. That's just the end of the cable. So there's one. Let's put our bolts in there. Okay. Get him up here. I mean, if you're going to do this and it's your first time and you think to yourself, well, I'm not too sure where everything goes. I mean, look, there's a bit of tape on this one. See? I don't know why someone has put a bit of tape on it. But there is a bit of tape, so okay. The one with the tape on went up the top. Not that it makes or should make any difference, because, you know, but it doesn't. An earth wire is an earth wire, you know. So I don't know why that's got tape on. I really don't, but it has. Right, so okay, that's that. Now we've also got to remember that here are our 2 pipes that fit under the tank as well. So noting that this lot comes all the way across here, yeah? Okay. So we should now, if we move this comes down here. there's a lot of stuff here. Okay. Let's just have a look round the other side and see how much we can actually move this thing down. I mean, we have got bits and pieces everywhere here. Wires and connections and you name it, we've got them. Huh? I'm not actually, do you know what? I'm not actually too sure if it's going to make any difference at all, getting that out. You know, I don't even think that it will, but it's loose, so we can push it backwards. Okay, we're going to leave that one there. So let's get the spark plug out, shall we? See how we go with him. Now this shouldn't be tight at all. Hang on a sec. There's no debris down there, so okay, that was all right. I might have actually made myself more. We'll see how that goes here, eh? Right, one spark plug, nice colour, see? Okay, we'll put this across here. Let's just bring us back over here, because what we can do while this is out, let's just check the gap. Now it's 7 to 8, so we'll do it to 8, which is sound. That's okay. That's a nice fit there, look. Yeah, 8 just slides in, tight fit, but 7 to 8, that's fine. Well, we'll plonk him down here for a bit. Okay, now, okay, let's see what we're going to do with these 3 bolts on the top. Now these, for the cover, these sit in a sort of rubber boot, a rubber washery thing, which is down there, right, which then obviously stops your oil coming back up. Okay, so let's just see there's no it's a very funny, peculiar how's your father bit this is, isn't it, eh? Because you can't really put this anywhere else. I don't think so anyway, but still, never mind. Okay, so that coil, you can't exactly take that coil off there, and you can't really move much here. There's no real give, everything's quite tight there. Okay, I'm just wondering if, now that's rather tight as well. Okay, well, what we could do maybe is if we just poke this spark plug up through there, look, yeah, like that, don't bend it too much, and that sort of raises that up there, yeah, that keeps all that up a bit, yeah. Okay, right, so 10mm for this. Now we're not going to get these on there, are we? So what I might do, looks like we're back to conventional things, the good old spanners, eh? Now that wasn't tight at all. Now you do hear people say that these are pulled down to 10 Newton meters. Now if that was 10 Newton meters, I'll eat my hat. I keep saying that a lot these days, don't I? One of these times. Okay, probably will. So, and that, we've released that one. I mean, I could do these, but I mean, those are not tight at all, huh? That one's a little bit tight, and he's slipping a wee bit. So, we'll just get the socket for that one, eh? I'd rather use a socket over a spanner any day. Okay. Right, so let's, now bearing in mind as well, and I'm sure everybody knows this, but you do want your engine cold, absolutely freezing cold. Okay, so as you can see there's a little bit of oil deposited on that, but when this actually sits down onto that, we tend to lose that. Well, I'm going to put that there, I mean, because oopsie daisy. Right, second one. And let's just nip round the other side. I'm just looking at this electrical connection in here as well, look. They do put a lot of things in this head. I'm just trying to think the best way to bring this out. I think we'll bring it this way, obviously, because there's a lot more room that way. You wouldn't want to bring it that way, would you? Dearie me. No, you would not. Okay. So, okay, someone's nicked my spanner. Oh, I don't know. All fingers and thumbs. Bear with me, as usual. Right. So I'm basically wondering, to be honest with you, why you would want to undo that there. But still, never mind. It's undone now, and that is it. Now, when I do this the next time, I certainly will replace these. Hang on a sec. Now that's a bit strange, is it not? So hold on. What's the difference between this and that then? Well, I see. Okay. So this one here that came out with it, whereas the other two it didn't. Very strange, isn't it, eh? I wonder why that would be. Let's just have a little look. Hey? Strange, isn't it? Let's just bring you round back this way to there. Yeah. So these obviously stayed in. Hang on a sec. Let's just compare these to this one. Okay. Right. I think what we'll do is we'll put these on here like that, and this one on here like that. Ready to go back in. We'll give them a bit of a clean anyway before it goes in. Yeah. But yeah. So that's them there. Okay. Let's just go back round this side. We're doing a lot of walking backwards and forwards there. Try not to whack my head again on the what's it? Okay, give that a quick wipe. Okay, so I'm just going to get me a rag because I'm thinking maybe, although this bike has stood for a while, well, it's stood for quite a while really, when we take this up, we may get a little bit of what's it now. Okay, this is nicely stuck on the gasket, which is a good thing, of course it is, but nice hard seal. But at the same time, we do want to be able to get this up. So I think we are after going to give it just a little bit of persuasion. Very, very, very gently. So what we'll do, we'll get ourselves a screwdriver with a rag round it. Not too sure if we've got enough to get in here. We should have. There you go. Just gently, look, just a little tiny bit. There you go. That's that side there. Okay. So let's go around this one here. Okay. Again, it can only be the slightest little bit. Just you'll feel it go. There you go. On that one. And up on that one, yeah. Okay, that's lovely. Okay, now, so what we're going to do now is we want to pass this just enough to lift up. I think it's just because we want to leave this on the head here, yeah. Is what we want to do. Yeah, sometimes I think to myself, oh, you know what? I don't know whether to take this off here and take that gasket out of there. Do you know what? And bring it all out one on this. There's different opinions to which way to do this, and I think we're going to bring this out here. I do. You watch, it'll be probably the wrong one, but that's what I'm going to do, yeah? So hold on a minute. I just need to find an Allen key. Hopefully the right one will be really good. And you wait and see, it's going to be the one that I haven't got. Well, I have got it, obviously. It's just knocking around somewhere else. Right. Hold on a minute. Well, I just sort this out here. That's the one. Tight fit. Okay. We'll just put him in there. Very gently just nip him out. Again, now I might regret doing this, and when I have a look at this think, ha, maybe I shouldn't have. But I don't know, we'll see. Like I said, this is my first time doing this bike, and you know, gaskets can be dealt with. I'm just going to put them two in there, I think, so we know. Gaskets can be dealt with in so many different ways. Now, again, be very careful not. It's just a little bit stuck on there, looking. Okay. Okay, just like that there. This is pretty much, that's well stuck down there, look. Absolutely well stuck down. So, you know what? Maybe we'll peel this off this way. I'm thinking like that, and we'll leave that. We'll put that back in, and because that's well stuck down there. It's obviously been put on with some form of gasket seal, and that's it. So yeah. So if you run your fingers along this, you will actually pull all this down. Yeah, like this. Okay. Okay, that's the last bit out of there. Now you've got to jiggle this lot out of here, which that electrical connection there. I think, and maybe well, this coil here is in a right awkward place because it doesn't let you lift up much of this at all. It really doesn't. Yeah. Well, it's a strange and wonderful thing, this, isn't it? Huh? You can't gain any more height there, and this whole bit of kit here is okay. I take it all back. There was me saying, "Oh, the Himalayan, you." See, you just can't get any more ouch, any more up there. And you really are tight on that plate there, to say the least. You just can't get that up there. Like I said, this electrical connection down there doesn't help. I don't even think you can. Hang on a sec. See if we can get this off here somehow. Oh, and we still have petrol nicely pouring out. Hang on, bear with me. See, now this is the part that a lot of people don't show in it. You just see them sort of taking these things off. Without any trouble at all. No. But this, well, I think if we could get rid of this, this would make a big difference to us getting this out. But you know what? Even this is proving to be a tad awkward. Okay, so this really doesn't want to come out easy, does it? And I can't see the point of leaving this on, because I think if we could flick this one back here, well, this is being alright. How's your father? This is. Hang on a sec. I need a bit more light on the subject here, I'm thinking. To why this doesn't want to come up here. Okay, now from my way of thinking, this is just a normal push in and should come up. Yeah, but you know what? It doesn't seem to want to, does it? To say the least. Okay. See, that goes in nicely there, but even though you get it in there, see if I can get another screwdriver. Mind you, you'll probably get it off, then it won't want to go back on. Maybe try a bigger blade that side. And then just see if we can flick this up here, but you know what? That doesn't really seem to want to come out of there at all. It really doesn't. Alright, well, so maybe I think we got to try and get rid of this coil in somewhere, because I just don't see how, with that plate there, I don't know whether you can see that, but you have the metal plate there, look. Yeah? Hang on, let me just put that down there. That's how close, look, that plate is to the top. You can't lift that up there. So, you need somehow to move this lot here. You really do. And again, we've got a, I think if we could get this terminal off here, out of here, but again, no. Well, eh? This is just being to be a tad. Now, do you see what I mean about, you know, I could switch this off and say, yeah, look at this is all off now, but I'm not going to because we're going to get through this one way or the other. There's a song there, you know, there is. I just, let's go this side for a minute, eh? Because this has got to move somehow. This is just a bit silly, this is, eh? You have got this mass of pipes here, and yet it doesn't seem to be any way of moving this anywhere. Hang on, we might be able to get it out like that. Bring you back round this side. You never know your luck. It is very tight, mind you, but maybe squeezing it round everything. You know, you would. God, dearie me. You know what? I've done some struggling in my time, but of course it's all right saying it's off. We've got to get a bloody thing back on. Just doesn't seem to want to go on this last bit, does it? You really haven't got any room here. I just don't see what's catching it round there. I really don't. Oh, well I do. It's just, you can't get it over that last bolt there. You know what? I don't think this is a very good design at all. I really don't. Okay, that did actually get that off, but what a performance, eh? I mean, seriously, what a performance. That is ridiculous. You know, where the hell, or why the hell you've got that huge thing there, I just don't know. Anyway, that's beside the point. Look, we did actually get this in here, and a gasket here, like that, we will leave on there. This is all a cleanish surface. That's all stuck down there, so maybe that was the better way to do it. Right, even though getting that off was a complete struggle, dear, still, I still say there's got to be a way that you can remove all this like this, surely. I mean, maybe that there would have done it better, I don't know, but that puts a lot of pressure on all that there. You know, it really does. Right, I'm going to put these two back in here first of all, because we're not going to take them off, obviously. Right. Okay. I suppose it's a case of you got to just see how many times you're going to take this thing off, yeah? We'll use a longer one this time, I think, just to make life easier. Nip this back up. And maybe that all does push a bit further over, but that did seem to be absolutely a struggle where it shouldn't have been a struggle. Okay, we're just nipping back up there. That wasn't tight. Okay, that's that one there. I don't think I want to take those off too many times. To say they're soft is an understatement. Right, I can see this being a tad bit of fun to get back in, hence the fact we have one way or the other got to find some way to get this moved over, because that is just going to be crazy trying to get that back in there. It really is. Okay, let's go back round here for a minute and see if I'm bringing the light round here with me. Because to my way of thinking, look, you really haven't got any room at all for manoeuvring here. Hang on, maybe let's just bring him back out of there, yeah, like that, and maybe that there, when you put it on, if you pull it to this side here, gives you a little bit more. I don't know. Just the whole thing does seem a bit bizarre, to say the least. Anyway, right, okay. We shall see what we shall see. let's get to the job in hand first of all, shall we, and get the tappets done. Right, okay, so let's make sure, for a start off, after that, how's your father again getting it out? So the bit that we're interested in now is this bit here, yeah? We're going to take that off. That then allows us to get to the end of the crankshaft, the nut on the end of the crankshaft, to rotate the engine. Okay, now like I said, I haven't got a 14mm span hex, but I've got this, which is 14mm, and it fits great. I'm just hoping that this isn't too tight, and I can get. Oh well, that wasn't very tight, was it? Dearie me. I'm sure it should have been a little bit tighter than that, but hey ho. Right, we shouldn't get any oil come out of there. Just in case, we'll have the rag ready. Okay, a little bit, look, just a little dribble there. Okay. Right. There we go then. Okay. We're getting there, yeah? One thing I've learned over the years is where there's a will, there's a way. You just, you know, people get all, you know, they get a bit wound up and all that. It's not worth it, you know, because you just stick with it, yeah? That's what you got to do. You got to stick with it, and you'll get there. Right, okay. So we want to bring these two now round onto the compression stroke, yeah? And we want to come up to top dead centre. Now, I do believe that there's a hole in this, which that looks like to be there, actually. In which case, if it is, we only want to come to there, if we're on the right stroke. And there's a T, I think, as well, somewhere there, which I'm not too sure you'll see that. It's there, yeah? There's the T with an arrow. But let's get it in the right place, first of all, yeah? By turning this. And then, if it is in the right place, we'll get the light on and we can see what's what. Okay, so now, very important. Hang on a sec. I thought I could smell nice petrol. It's just come out of this pipe a bit, which is always a bit of a pain in the bum. Look at that. All over my nice clean engine. Right, okay. Getting back to the job in hand, yet again. Right. Always turn your engine. Now, with a Himalayan, there was a big thing. Turn it anti-clockwise, because there was speculation that this nut on the end of the crankshaft could actually come loose on the Himalayan. So the Himalayan was turned anti-clockwise. Was turned clockwise, which is against everything that I've ever done, and most people, you know, you always turn it anti-clockwise. Anyway, so we're doing this anti-clockwise, and we are only going to go just here, just there. Now, I'm just going to move you for just 1 second so I can be, because this T has to be in the middle there. Okay, now, if that is on the right compression stroke, the tappets will be a bit loose. Which they are. Okay. So we're on the right compression stroke. Okay, that's good, that was. That is absolutely good. Now I'm going to show you the T. Where's Mr. T? there was a series, wasn't there? There's something. Oh, what was it called? Nick? Oh, I don't know. Mr. T, the one with all the what's it around his neck and God knows all the bling. Right. Now, there you go, look. Can you... I'm just trying to get this in with it. See the T? There is a T there. Yeah? There is a T there with an arrow, and that points straight across in the middle of that lot there, yeah? See it? So that round bit there with the oil on top, if you take that and put the arrow in front of the T in the middle there, you should be. Now there is a tool. There is a tool that you can buy, and it is a locking tool to lock it in top dead centre. Yeah? Hang on, I just need to bring you up there a bit. Okay, and what this locking tool does, it actually goes on these points here, there, yeah, and it sort of locks this down. But I mean, if you can't sort of look at that and get that T there, whoopsie daisy, get that T lined up in the middle of that, I mean, that's, yeah, okay. So there you go. Now, right, let's get on to the job in hand, shall we? Just trying to get you as close as we possibly can without me whacking the camera as I do it. Now, so okay, we have two here, yeah, I don't know whether this will pick these up. We have a 0.08 oh, hang on a sec, I've got totally the wrong ones. Oh dearie me, isn't it? Don't you just love it when all this comes together? These are the ones that I've done, but I'm not too sure where I got these from, but yeah. So bear with me as I now need to find the right size. It's all right, I dropped this lot and they went everywhere. Right, so let's put him around there. So first of all, if we're going to do the exhaust first, which we are, I've got to find out where I have actually put this to do it with. Okay, there you go. There's the one. Well, I found the one for the inlet. Should we do the inlet first, shall we? Okay. The inlet is this one. Okay. Which is a, I don't know if you see that. It's a 0.08. Yeah. There we go. A 0.08. So, and this is our inlet where this fuel pipe is nicely in the way, but still never mind. So let's try this one. I'm just thinking which side would be the easiest side to go. There is definitely more there's that is very tight. That one is very tight. Yeah. I mean, I cannot get that in at all. There's absolutely no space to get that in. So, right, we get our little magical adjusting tool. Now, is this gonna go in here? That bit is, which is absolutely sound, yeah. But that bit is. Oh, you know, you just gotta love this, haven't you? You really have. Okay. So, I need to get myself a very small and I've got one somewhere, but exactly where it's gone, of course, because I need it now. Right, I tell you what, I'm just going to stop you for a minute while I rummage for this, yes. So I'm just going to turn you off for a minute. Right, so I've managed to find my little bent over screwdriver, which is that, yeah. So you can get in, but of course to use this as well, I'm going to have to use a normal size spanner now. Okay, so let's just slacken this off. Bloody hell, that's our Titan, he says. Hey, that's our Titan. Hang on, let's get a longer ring spanner, shall we? Just to crack the nut. Very tight, that is. You haven't got a lot of room. You've got more room to get your hand in than the Himalayan. There's no two ways about that. Now, when you do this, keep it nice. That's it. Right. Okay. Feeler gauges. Nice and clean. Give them a wipe again. Okay. And let's see what we've got now. I could probably get better from that side. Possibly. Okay, let's see, that's it. Probably can actually get it. Slide it in a little bit better from that side. That's a bit loose there. Let's have a look at that there. Okay. Okay. That's a nice-ish fit there though. So we're just gonna ease that back just a little bit. Okay, and put him there a sec. Now, this is, I mean, you just got to take your time here, you know. And you just got to, it is, I won't say it's trial and error, because it's not really trial and error, but you've just got to be patient. If you're not happy with it, do it again. Now let's have a look at this from the side. That's a nice sliding fit. Okay. That's a nice sliding fit. I'm happy with that one. Right, so I'm going to lock that one up and check it again. Okay. Still keeping this on there. Okay. And just nip it up like that. And again, let's have another check. And because this is such a thin, that's it. That's a nice sliding fit, that, yeah. That's me taking up. I'm pushing the valve up. Well, the adjuster up to make sure that all the slack's there, and that's a nice sliding fit. So I'm happy with that valve. Right, so let's do this one now. Now I'm going to have to swing you just a little bit there. Right, now we've got to find this one now, which you can't be far away. Where are we? Do you know, there's that many of them on here. There we go. There it is. A 0.18. Again, I'm not too sure whether to pick it up, but a 0.18. Now let's have a look. Again, lift your valve. This one will be a little bit easy because with it being a bit thicker, the blade itself is a bit thicker, but you know what? Again, it's tight, you know, it won't. Oh, actually, that's okay. That is okay. So our inlet was tight, the exhaust is fine. So there you go. That's all right. So we haven't got to worry with that one, which is a good job. So it just needed the one adjusted. Okay. Now, this is where the fun is going to start. Yeah. Because I can see this being a right pain in the butt to get this gasket all fed up nicely up into the top. Hang on, let's have a move across here, shall we? Now, because what's got to happen is, yeah, what's got to happen is the gasket sits in there, yeah. You can see that, can't you? I'm sure you can. Of course you can. The gasket fits in this groove here, all the way around here, yeah. Okay. And of course, I chose to leave the gasket on because it's well and truly stuck down at that one stage. And so the way there's bits do you know what, it's ever so strange, but it's all, I mean, this is just where it's been machined, but maybe there was a bit of gasket sealant put in this at some stage. Hard to say really, but yeah. Right, I'll give this a bit of a cleaning here as well. A few scratches on the top there, look, where we tried to get it off and where the old label is, but you know. Okay, now there's only one way that this is going to go in, and I think it's not going to be easy. I don't think it is. In fact, I think it's going to be a bit awkward, to say the least. But still, anyway, look, that's the tap it's done, right? Which yeah, I've got to be honest. To adjust them is very easy. Now, adjusting tappets, but doing this, of course, might not be so easy. I'm just wondering if we could get that up there a bit. Mind you, maybe if we pull this lot far enough out. This is where you could do with a few pairs of hands, isn't it? Because see, we seem pretty stuck on there before we've even got there. This pipe doesn't really help. Right, hold on a minute, he says, because I don't want to struggle anywhere around where this gasket is, because I don't want to put all this back together and find out we got a leak. So I'm going to tuck in behind here for a minute like that. Hopefully he'll stay there, or you'd like to think he might. I bet he's not going to stay there though, is he? So let's poke him up. Oh, you're going to love this thing, aren't you? Okay, Now stick him there like that, which gives us, I'm not sure it gives us much more room, but it does actually give us that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, of course it would help if this is where you could do with somebody with you in it. But the only trouble is, you got to trust people not to yank on things too much. That's the thing as well, you know. But still, right. We got that fairly up there. What is this? Hold on. We can lose this pipe here for a minute. We don't need that. That's one of the breathers to the tank. We can push him through later. Okay. So I suppose that's got to... do you know what? Hold on a sec. Just wait a minute. I'm thinking, right, I am thinking to myself, if we can get this here as well moved, okay, let's just strip the engine. Be done with it. Let's just get the engine stripped. Enough's enough. Let's just put him up there a minute, and I'm going to take him off there as well, and I'm going to then move everything out of the way. Now there you go. That makes a big difference. I should have done that in the first place. I really should. Yeah. Okay. Right. Now, in all intents and purposes, this should now go on, I'm hoping, a lot easier. And it does. But what we've got to do is, we got to make sure that every bit of that gasket is in the right place. Now it does move about, look, yeah, because there's nothing to stop it moving around, so it will slide, yeah. And that's the bit where you think, is it in the right place? Even if it was a brand new gasket, I would still be thinking the same thing. Is it in the right place? And my answer to that with that one so far would have been no. It isn't in the right place at all, anywhere near it. Anywhere near it. Right, hang on a sec. Just hold on a little minute. So I'm going to get a cable tie. And I'm going to, well, he says he was anyway. I'm going to cable tie this up here, but you know what, it's probably not the best the best place to try and cable tie it here. You know, I'm beginning to think that maybe leaving the gasket on wasn't the right move, because I'm trying to get this all back in those grooves. I think it's virtually it's just a case of getting it all lined up, and I think this is going to be the huge problem of whether it's going to go back in the right place, because you can't really see. Do you see what I mean? This is where you can encounter problems. You really can, because okay. Right. I don't care what anybody says, and I'm sure people have done it that way on videos and all that, and that's fine, but you know what, I'm not happy with doing it that way. I'm really not. I don't think for 1 minute that you're ever going to get that, because of the shape that it's gone, is going to go back to where you want it to go. I really don't. So I think it's a case of taking this out of here, which I didn't want to do, I must admit, but I don't see how you can drop that back on there let's put these down here a minute, like that. I don't see how you can drop that back in there and so this is sort of stuck down here with some sort of sealant, I would say, and to be fair, it's stuck pretty damn tight. I think this just like rolls down there. Well, I'm going to have to pull that off there. See, this is sealant, I need the black sealant. So this is pretty gobbed up here. This is there's a lot of this sealant down there. You know what? I'm beginning to think that that possibly the only way you're gonna actually, I mean this is so bunged up with this black sealant. Look at this. Look, it's absolutely... I mean, I don't know if this is factory or I don't know if they actually did this. But this... I mean, this is well and truly stuck in here, look. See, I don't like using sealant. I don't. I can't see. I can't see the reason for it. Hence the fact I'll be struggling to see that. Why would this be done at the factory? I just don't get this. But yeah, I mean, this is so. I can see this being a postponed job until we've got a new gasket. Huh? Because I'm beginning to think I don't particularly want to put this one back in there. Hey? I really don't. I just... I don't see the need for this. Huh? I just don't see the need for this. I mean, this is all actually gobbing out of there. The actual... Look at this. There's that much problem. This is ridiculous. Why would anybody want to put this much in here? For what reason? It's a gasket, unless these tappets were done. I mean, look at this. This is... I don't know. I mean, you have to be so careful trying to get this up here. But just trying to get this off here with the amount of this sealant that's stuck at the bottom here. I mean, it's so tight. You know, you shouldn't have to be trying to get this off with this. This is ridiculous. It really is. Okay. There you go, we're coming out. Look at this, hey? I mean, why? I ask myself, why? Oh, why would anybody want to put that much sealant there? Huh? You know, I mean, just look at this, eh? You know, all this here, all this is all excessive sealant here. Look at it. Look, all this. What happened to the days before we had sealant? Huh? You know, I've been doing this sort of stuff for years without putting loads of that on, and I have to. You have to wonder why, don't you? Really, to why it's being done so much. Right, let's put this up a bit. Okay, I'm just thinking to myself now. Is this safe? I mean, you know, I just can't see why. I really can't see why so much of this has been bunged in here. You know, let's have a look. You know, the annoying thing is there's that much of it that, and this is the trouble, you put it back in, and is it going to leak now because of all the, you know, they've almost misshaped the gasket there. But of course, I mean, I suppose I've got to take some of this blame simply for the fact that, you know, simply for the fact that I'll get right in a minute. Simply that the fact that I possibly should have ordered a new gasket. Yeah. See, now the thing is, if you look at this, no, sorry, you're not even getting this. I do apologise here. I got carried away. Sometimes I forget that I'm filming. Right. Let's make sure. I'm not too sure how the people that put this just back on actually do it, because I'm not saying you can't, I'm not, you know, and to anybody that does it, that's absolutely brilliant, and I take my hat off to you people, I really do. But I would not have felt happy trying to get this in place when I can't even see where it is. I just wouldn't. Yeah, I just wouldn't, because this fits in there, that groove, all the way around like that. Yeah, quite snugly. Whoops. Well, apart from that bit there. Yeah. And so I would be a little bit worried whether I'd actually got that on right, you know. Likewise, you've now got to get this, back into this position now, you know, which again, oh god, so I'll tell you what, it's all going funny today. Again, possibly isn't going to be the easiest bit out. We need a lot of clearance here to, you know, to get this without, because we got to plonk this down. Right, okay, sorry about that, but the battery in the GoPro went flat. So I had to stop and change that. Okay, so we now have it just goes to show, doesn't it, how long things can be when we flatten a GoPro, oh my god, a GoPro battery. Okay, so we want to try and get this in now. This is where you need a few pair of hands, I think. I'm going to try and hold that like that, because I cannot afford, let's put the petrol pipe behind me there, cannot afford this cannot be obstructed at all. This is literally somehow got to plop down like that, more or less like that, and that's like that. Says he covered in petrol. Don't anybody light a match? Okay, yeah. Now I'm still not 100% happy on that. I'm not at the moment. Okay. You know, look at this here. There's even that on there. So let me just get this off quickly. You know, I'll just. Okay. Talk about excessiveness. You know, I mean, you've got to make this. This has got to come off here because this has got to push on even, you know. I really just don't see the need for so much of this. Huh? I really don't. Okay. Right, so that gets like that. Ow. If I hit my head on the top of that handlebar once more. Right, let's get this done up first of all, which then gives you a little bit of something to hold on to. Okay. Just feed him in there like that. And that one like that. Okay, and we'll just nip him up like that. And that one like this. Okay, just put a little bit of pressure down on him. Like I say, not a lot at all. Okay. I'm not a huge lover of Royal Enfield bolts. I've got to be honest. I don't think that they are hugely. Okay, so I can see the gasket down that side, and I can't see it this side though. Oh, I can see it there. Right, I'm just going to nip round here. Okay, and I can see it all there. Right, okay. So, as far as the gasket is sitting in there, that's fine. But I have no idea to how well this loop here will seal. I mean, I just don't, you know. I'm hoping it's going to be okay. Right, now you have to slide these around to get these over the holes, right? It will sort of sort itself out as it goes down, yeah? Okay, I mean, I'm certainly, the next time, this of course is presuming that this doesn't leak. So if this is a success and there's no leaks from this, then the next time everything will be replaced. The gasket will be replaced. These here will be replaced. You, as far as I'm aware, you can get it in a kit from various places, I would think. Okay, now what we're going to do is, this is 10mm, isn't it? So we are going to get a 10mm ratchet spanner. That's a 13, so that's no good. Do you know what? Well, I could have sworn I couldn't find this the other day when I wanted it, and it doesn't look like I can find it today either, so scrap that. Okay, and we're going to try and pull these down even so it moves it over as it goes down, yeah? And we get like an even pull. I'm just going to nip round the other side. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, hang on, is that it there? It'd be much easier with a ratchet spanner, wouldn't it? But you know what? it's a lot quicker. There you go. I must admit, this job has taken longer than I anticipated, and because of that, I am running a bit late, to say the least. So I'm afraid that once this is done and everything's connected back up here, the tank will have to wait and probably put back on tomorrow before we start it up, because I have other commitments this evening, which I'm sure you gentlemen will understand that sometimes for the love of a bike is just not enough. Right, so we're going to pull this down equally if we can. Yeah, that's just starting just to get a little bit of pressure on that one. So a little bit on that one. I've got to be honest, I'm not I'm not overly confident about this not leaking, and of course, unless I rig up a temporary fuel supply, it's a little bit awkward to tell. Okay, pull that one down there like that, which again, you know, it's a bit of a pain, but you see, it just goes to show that, you know, you can watch things and they can appear extremely easy, and it isn't always the way. It really isn't. You know, there are obstacles and it's a case of just getting over them. It's as simple as that. Right, so that's that one down tight-ish. Pull these down and then we'll nip each one up in turn. Pull these two down, sort of levelish, and then we'll do all our pipe. We'll bring the coil back over, do all our pipes back in, yeah, and hopefully we'll be okay. Now these weren't done up at all tight, they wasn't, and I'm not going to over tighten these by any means. Okay, right, so that's that done there. Okay, right, so we didn't take off our electrical connection there. We got to bring all this lot back in here, which again, oh hang on a sec, I got a cable tie on this, haven't I? Doesn't help, let's just cut the cable tie off. Okay, takes him off there. Right, and we need to now get all this stuff back through here. Which sort of things goes there, and this goes up there, like that. Now I did have a clip on that somewhere, I know I did, which has obviously fell off somewhere. So I need to find the clip. I also need to just, that's okay there, look, that'll go back up there. That clip, that's got to go in there like that. That's got to go on there like that. But like I say, there was a clip that's obviously flung off somewhere. I don't know. It's all, doesn't life come and all these little things sent to try us? So wherefore might you be? Oh, there it is. Stupid boy that I am. I put it to the top, didn't I? Of course I did. Now, okay, let's drop this back down there like that. Okay, bring our clip down like So, okay, that's that done there. He's on there like that. Pipe then, which goes on there. Do you know what? Sometimes I wish I wasn't left-handed. I'm not too sure if coming around here is going to make any difference at all. But I think it might. Yeah, of course it will. Okay. I have more grunt with my left hand, as they say. Right. Okay, so that's that. We had a pipe here, which I think we can really pass this through anywhere. I don't think it particularly matters because it's just one of these breather pipes that come up to the tank. So maybe take it above the coil, just to get a bit more height. Like I say, I don't think it hugely wildly matters. So that's on. Okay, that's our throttle cable, nothing's fouling there. That's our petrol pipe, which obviously we are not going to put on just yet. So we now need to come round this side. Okay, right. So let's get the spark plug back in, first of all. So we don't want anything dropping down there. So now this is another thing, because this is a Bosch R6, this spark plug, a Bosch R6, see? For those that, yeah. And I like to change, because this is a long reach, look, quite a long reach. And I must admit, I do like to change, or use anyway, iridium. I like iridium sparks. And, sorry, I know I keep walking around out of camera view, but there, you have to just bear with me a minute. But apparently they don't make an iridium spark plug for this bike, unless somebody knows different. But when I checked out the site, yeah, there didn't seem to be one available, which is a real shame, because right, let's just get him started there. Okay. Yeah, so iridium. I couldn't find one on the iridium site, and I have one in the Himalayan. Right, that's just nipped up there. Put the spark cap back on, making sure it's nicely down. Right, that's that bit done. So the only other thing we have to do now is these 3 bolts to get this lot back on here. Right, where's our holes lining up? Once you get the one in, you can use it as a swing. Sorry, I'm doing it again, you know, I'm sort of backing up and I'm blocking the view, which isn't unusual for me. There you go. Not the, I don't think you can see that much. Okay, that did come there. Actually, that must have come that side, I think, as well, because these 2 pipes were the same. Good job I spotted that. Hold on a sec. Because we would probably have been running out of pipe. So hang on a sec. Where's this coming up here? Through here somewhere. Has it not? Through there, is it? Is that where this one comes? He comes through there like that. So I'm thinking this one will come up through there like that as well. Yeah, that'll do. They are only tank breather pipes. Yep, there you go. Sorted. Right, okay. So, what was I doing? Spark plug. I did the spark, yes. I was doing this up, wasn't I? Now, we've got, on this one here, we've got the 2 and the grey one, the grey tape, for whatever reason, I really don't know, because like I said, an earth lead is an earth lead and it doesn't really make any difference, but it's marked up for some unknown reason, so we will put it back there. I'm sure if there was a reason. Right, let's just tick that just behind there and put him in there like that. Probably get this one possibly a bit better in like this here first, because, or maybe not. No, I don't think so. Okay. These little nuts and bolts, honestly. Fine. And I know I say this a million times, but if you've got small hands, it's great. Unfortunately, I haven't. I mean, big hands are good for some things, but not fiddly little bolts like this that... Isn't it marvellous? 2 went in fine, that's it. We've got the little bugger. Okay, so doing him up. Making sure that he doesn't put too much lever. Oops. And just keep that down as you do them up so it doesn't twist it all and cause it to snap. Okay, that's that one. We will nip them up it anyway. Right, okay. Just nip them up with a wrench. That one done. That one done. You have to be careful here because you haven't got a lot of nuts showing to grab hold of. Sounds quite bad actually, doesn't it? Still, never mind, such is life. Right, okay. That's all that. There's our 2 pipes for there. That's our spark plug put back in. We've got the clip back on that for the breather. I do believe that that is that. Let's just push him back over there so he's tightly up. Okay, so that's all that done. Oh, I have just got time to do this while I think about this for a minute again. Just something that sprung to mind the other day was the fact that apparently these exhaust bolts can work themselves loose. Yeah. Now, I haven't tried mine, but we will while I'm here. It doesn't hurt to have a quick go. I don't think these are loose by any means, but having said that, oh, well, it was loose, and so is this one. In fact, this is quite loose. Well, there you go. I'm glad I checked that. Right, okay. Don't you learn things every day, eh? Right. Okay, so that's done. I'm just wondering, I wonder if the sensors, mind you, she'd blow, wouldn't she? But you know what? For the sake of while we're doing this, I'm presuming this is probably a 17mm. It doesn't hurt 2 minutes just to try it, does it, if it is? It is a 17 mil. Oh, look at this. This is loose as well. Okay. Well, there, you know what? There's a bit of a... Okay. Okay, right. So the cover was a little bit of a struggle, but it's back on. Whether it's going to leak or not, we shall see. I'm glad we checked those. I'm glad I remembered those and I checked those, because once again, both loose. So I think I will go round, not now because I've totally run out of time. Okay, so that's it. Let's just go back across here and a quick sum up of today's events. Yeah, so I'm sorry this video has been a bit long, but as we all saw, you know, if that gasket hadn't been gobbed up with excessive sealant, I could have took it off and I could have put it back. I know that on the internet people leave that gasket in place and they drop it on. I don't know, I mean, I could hardly see that gasket. So for me, I wouldn't have felt confident until I knew that was off and I put it in and it went in firmly. That's just me. I'm not knocking anybody else. Everyone, as I said, have got their own ways. Same with this, like trying to move all that at the top at first with all the wires and connections. You're a little bit, oh, I don't know, you know, shall I bend it this much? I mean, I got to be honest, with the Himalayan, it was tighter space getting your hands in to adjust the tappets, but to get things off and on was, well, you didn't get things off and on. There's two cover plates, you know, and so life was easier in that respect, whereas getting that on and off. But the next time now, I know, you know, bearing in mind, this is my first time. This is why I think it's important. Show people what you're up against. I've never done this bike before, you know. Show people what you're up against. Not, well, there you go, then that's all done, bang it on. Because if it's your first time, you might be the same thing. So I think the thing you got to bear in mind with this, with your coil assembly there, if you take off that breather pipe, you know, well, two breather pipes, that you can get it well up, and that you're not going to catch the head, you know, you're not going to damage anything. So yeah, for my way of thinking, you know, took a bit longer than I wanted it to do. I don't care. I'm not being paid. I'm not being timed by my foreman stood behind me saying you got to do it in this time. As long as I'm happy with the way that bike goes back together, that's all that matters to me. Unfortunately, I have run out of time now. I'm not being paid, but worse than that, mate, I'll be getting a woof from the wife, you know what I mean? Right, okay, so, oh, hang on a minute. Ark of me talking away, silly Billy. We did forget to do one thing, because I've just looked at it. We've got to put this back in, haven't we? Hey, dearie me. Right, let's just give it a quick clean. I think, well, it is really clean. And, right, again, you don't have to, this isn't rocking horse science, is it, you know? Okay, so I just dip you down there. And basically, now I suppose if you wanted to get this in the right way, you might want Royal Enfield to be the right way around. But do you know what? I'm a fussy person, I must admit I am. But even I'm not going to be that fussy. So, I'm just going to... Now this, I mean, this, when I undid this had nothing on it, did it? I mean, it was so loose, it was unbelievable. It's a miracle it didn't leak, but it didn't. But I'm going to nip it up a little bit tighter than that, because I really don't think that was sufficient. I know it's on a rubber, but even so. Okay, that'll do. Right, that, thank God I saw that. Okay, before the tank goes on, I am going to give all this a clean, yeah. But yeah, we are getting there. Right, okay, like I said, it was a bit longer than I thought it would be, and it was a bit more awkward than I thought it would be. But next time I do this job, which hopefully is going to be in a while, because I'd like to think that that isn't going to leak, but I'm not certain. I'm really not. I'm not confident at the moment. You know, time will tell. Put the tank on, start it up, and wait for the oil to go poof all over the floor. Right, hopefully not. Right, okay. So the tank going back on, let's do a video of it. It's only going to be a little one. We did a little one coming off. We may as well do a little one going on. Right, I got to go. I'll catch you all soon. I hope you enjoyed that. You can see that things, as confident as you are, no matter how many tools you got, things don't always go exactly how you want them to go. Right, thanks for watching. I hope that's been useful to someone out there who's contemplating doing this. Okay, I'll see you soon. Catch you in the, well, in fact, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye for now.